today's the day. Some very nice folks are going to be here to install garage doors. Yay! Alright, you guys, now that the storage shelves are finished in the garage, which you can't see because the doors are closed, my brand new doors are closed, it is time to start tackling all of this. And it is getting pretty late in the day, hence the beautiful golden hour lighting. Wow, that looks nice. My eyes kind of look crazy in that lighting in the shirt. Anyways, I'm not going to get very much done today. In fact, I think this whole project is going to be like a little bit at a time in between meetings at work and stuff like that. But I wanted to give you guys the down low now before I started messing with everything so that you could get like a good before and after and like the whole game plan and stuff, so that when you just see random clips of me doing stuff, you understand what I'm doing. So this is what the room looks like currently. And if you didn't watch my last video, this is supposed to be my bedroom. Emphasis on supposed to be, because clearly there's no bed in here. My bed is currently in my living room. And there's a little teddy coming to say hi. There is some rhyme or reason to this room. The foundation, the very back of that corner, is stuff that is supposed to be like in a kitchen or in a bathroom, decor, stuff that will go in this house once I have the house remodeled and I have like kitchen cabinets and stuff, because right now I really don't have those. So the very depths of this corner are actually just going to go in a pallet out in the corner of the garage and not on my new storage shelves, because the storage shelves are going to be for like long-term storage, stuff that is going to be in storage even when the house is completely finished. All of the stuff like the air mattress, for example, into the totes that fit on the storage shelves that I got. And then that would free up this tote to repack stuff from these boxes into the plastic. And obviously plastic is just more durable. I'm going to basically be touching every single thing in this room to get it either in a tote box or out of a tote box, or out of a cardboard box into a tote box and whatnot. Let me tell you, after the chaos of knitting and crocheting all my Christmas presents and stuff, this stack of yarn was a mess. There were boxes and bags of yarn everywhere. I have undertaken the huge project off camera of getting my entire stash into Ravelry. If you're into like fiber arts, then you know what Ravelry is. If you don't, it's just like a database of like yarn and where you can keep track of all your projects and all that kind of stuff. I got it all categorized into Ravelry, so hopefully I don't have to do so much digging through everything to see what I have, because it is in the website that I can just access from my phone whenever. Also, I have natural fibers like cotton, and then these are like wools and stuff in totes that have gaskets on them, so they could go outside. All of this and the very bottom tote are all acrylics, which theoretically like bugs and mice wouldn't want into because it's plastic. So this could go outside. I think at the end of the day, when this project is finished, there will still be stuff in this room that I will work around when I go to remodel this room, because clearly this is not the finished state of this project. But let me keep doing the tour for you. So next to that corner of stuff is a filing cabinet, and I do use this all the time. It has like actually all of my office supplies, and that's a lie. It doesn't even have all of my office supplies. It's very small. I have other drawers that I bought for my desk once I am able to put up my desk, because this little kitchen table out here is not my desk. It's the table that the house came with. And so eventually I'm going to have a desk in that corner. The couch will move forward. TV will stay where it is. So this will be like a little living area, and then in the back will be an office. This filing cabinet is going to stay until I am able to get the desk situation sorted out. And then in this corner is all Christmas that my mom brought me when she came to take care of me when I had my knee surgery. And so all of that stuff is just getting retoted. We went through it when she got here. It's all stuff that I want. So yeah, this is going to be one of the easiest projects because it's literally just going to be putting it into different totes. And then that will free these totes up to use for other things. This sewing cabinet and kind of that collection of stuff there is stuff that I do use a lot. It's all craft stuff. It's relatively organized inside. It's just kind of a mess on top because I don't have anywhere to put my printer. The suitcases, I don't know if they'll go out in the garage or whatever, but I did reorganize those already off camera. So I had 3 suitcases at one point, and I haven't gotten rid of the 3rd suitcase yet. I'm looking for somewhere I can donate it where it will get used because it's clearly not in good condition to resell. Like if I just sent it to a thrift store, nobody would buy that. But like a homeless person or foster kids or somebody, like they need suitcases to move their stuff around. So maybe they will take it for that. I just feel bad if that suitcase just ends up in the landfill. And then this corner is all stuff from the van, which is kind of crazy because the van is pretty small and that's a very large pile. At the foundation of this, there is a rock and roll bench, which is going in the garage, and I'm just gonna leave it out so that I can sit on it and have a place to sit when I'm out working in the garage. And then the rest of this needs to get a home. Like these boxes will just go into a tote bin and stuff like that. And then, yeah, there's a lot of organization that needs to happen with this stuff and to get it out. And it's all like big things. And stuff that's like brittle plastic. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm storing all of this yet. And then this is kind of my area of things that have no home that just landed here, but a lot of it, like that stuff to donate and that stuff to sell. We're gonna make a new pile of all that kind of stuff and do one big like donation run and listing on Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that to get rid of a bunch of stuff. It's just a lot of clutter, some boxes, some agility stuff. It's just a mess. So yeah, that's the game plan. And like any big project, you just have to get started and start doing things like one little thing at a time. So I think I'm gonna go grab a tote box, just one single tote box from the garage, and bring it in and pick something to reorganize into it and get started. Okay, I have an update for you guys. So I have 2 whole totes ready to go out. One is all the backpacking gear, and one is riding and show stuff. But these unfortunately don't fit in the tote, so that's annoying. I'm gonna have to store them separately somehow, and they might come back into the house when I have a top of a closet that they can go in. This big stack here was all show and riding stuff, and then there was also even like a garment bag back there, and almost all of it is going away. I tried a lot of it on, so there's a gap in the time lapse because you guys didn't need to see me try it on. None of these shirts fit. I kept 2 shirts that fit, so that's all Western stuff. And then this is all English stuff. So I am going to go make some lunch first of all because I'm starving. And then I am probably going to spend the rest of the day taking photos and trying to get all that stuff sold and listed, and then put in boxes and stuff somewhere where like it's easy to get to if/when somebody buys it. So I have a little bit more space in this tote, and so I was thinking I would put anything that's like automotive, since now I have the EV for my daily driver. Anything that I did automotive wise would be on the van. This drawer had a bunch of that kind of stuff in it. So I start digging through things and it is soaked. My grease gun leaked everywhere. This would burst into flames if it had a spark. But this is what the room looks like so far. You can't even tell from this angle, but from this angle, all the Christmas stuff is gone out of the corner, and this corner is empty. That stuff is all stuff I'm selling. I'm not 100% done yet, but I just got an order because I have started listing stuff for sale, and it's bittersweet. I have sold my rodeo queening outfit. If you guys didn't know, I was a rodeo queen in high school. I don't think I can show any photos or anything of it. If it was like Orange County rodeo queen or something, it's like, well, you could be from anywhere there. But it's such a small rodeo that it's like, if I tell you, then you know my hometown, and then you know the year, then you probably know vaguely when I was in school, and there's one school, and so it's like, I don't know. So you're just gonna have to trust me that I was a rodeo queen. If I find any photos where it's like my sash isn't visible or something, I'll share it with you. But this was my rodeo queen dress. And it's actually not a dress. It's a vest with a skirt. And again, I don't think I can share any photos of that because you would wear your sash, and your sash has your rodeo name on it. So this is me commemorating my rodeo queen dress. It's a little bittersweet, but it's really hard because I came from a family where you keep everything. It's been over 10 years, closer to 20 years than 10 years since I wore this dress, since I used this dress, and I still have it because it came from my parents' house. My mom kept it, and like my cheer outfit and my graduation cap, my prom dresses, like she kept everything. She always has. And I have gone through and reduced the amount of like keepsake stuff to basically 1 box from like 8 that she brought before my knee surgery. I'm gonna show it to you. I can't try it on because it's like, I was so little in high school. I brought it out into the sun so you could see how sparkly and pretty it is, and the color in the sun and everything. Yeah. So I got to get all that wrapped up and get some tissue paper and stuff so that the leather doesn't stick in the shipping. So I'll give you a little update on what things look like in the garage so far. So here on the side of the totes are all empty boxes. So that's my computer, but that is my work computer and monitor. That is my work dock. And both of those I have to keep in case I get fired or quit or something. I have to send them back. So I have to keep those boxes, my box for Starlink, which has the base that I'm no longer using in it. And then this box is the only box that's kind of questionable. Like, do I keep this box or do I just break it down and get rid of it? It goes to my telescope, and my telescope is really not that nice of a telescope. It's like a hobbyist telescope, but there are better ones out there, especially now. I got this when I was like 10 for a Christmas present. But it has all of the styrofoam and stuff inside of it. So if I ever did want to sell it and I needed to ship it or something, it'd be nice to have the box. But I don't know, if I sold it, I'd probably sell it locally and then they're not going to want the box, or I won't need to put it in the box. So I don't know. I'm keeping the box for now. But anyways, that's all the empty boxes that I'm keeping. I'm trying not to be a crazy empty box hoarder, because that, again, is something that my parents did a lot of. And then this is where we're at so far with the storage totes. I have 2 of them sitting in the house right now. One of them is full and the other one is about to be full with scrap wood. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 empty totes so far. I have all my Christmas stuff pretty much already organized the way it's going to stay here on the right side, because I'm never going to use it. It's off in the corner where it's out of the way. So I have 4 boxes here of Christmas stuff, and then these middle columns are just going to need to be reorganized a little bit. The only thing that's probably staying where it's at is keepsakes, because again, you don't get into keepsakes very often. It's a pretty heavy box, but I wanted it on the top because I'm never going to use it. So I put it on this column, because this column is the one that's anchored directly into the studs. So even though it's a little bit heavier than I would normally want to put at the top, not that it's super heavy, but it's heavier, it's on the anchored column. So that one is going to stay, and then the rest of this has the opportunity to kind of get reorganized. And all of these need labels, which is probably where we'll end this video. When I'm all done, I will come through and slap some labels on these. But we're not quite there yet. And then that brings you to the corner, which is not totally stacked up yet, but this is all the stuff that is going back in the house eventually. And I basically repacked everything in here. So that's why it's taken so long. These, we called them bio boxes growing up because they came from my dad's work, and they're from Bio Oregon is the company. So we called them bio boxes, but they're super duper sturdy. They're like really thick. They don't make boxes like this anymore, guys. They're really nice boxes. So I put all of my kitchen stuff in these, and they were all in another box, you know, little extra space storage boxes and stuff like that, that were pretty flimsy. So all the kitchen stuff is in the bio boxes. They stack up perfectly and it looks really nice. There's one more still in the house, and then this is the last of the kitchen stuff. The back is all these silver totes that all basically match. That's all like decor and stuff like that. And I had 2 of these really big totes that my mom brought me Christmas lights in, and I have repurposed, and all the light fixtures and lamps and stuff that I have accumulated over the years of thrifting for the house are in the bottom one, and then the top one is like rugs and other things that are really big and need to be in a big box for them all to be together. Which brings us to the last little kind of ragtag group of totes. The last 2 bins are like things that should go into a scrapbook whenever I get around to doing that project, as well as like yearbooks and things like that. Those will all go on a bookshelf eventually when I have a bookshelf. And the bottom one is a t-shirts for a t-shirt quilt, as well as the t-shirt quilt I have already made from high school. I have so many shirts. I did everything in high school, you guys. I was on the math team, I did equestrian team, I did the student council, like cheerleading, everything. So I have a million shirts from all of that, and so they're all in there. I think I probably have 2 more quilts worth of shirts, one from my bachelor university, because that's like all reds, and then another one that's like miscellaneous. But I think actually, because I don't need 3 quilts, I'll probably just make it like double-sided or something. Anyways, and then because I have literally the tiniest little cabinet in my bathroom, I can't fit all of my bathroom stuff in there. So I have just one box that's like all the bathroom stuff I can't fit, stuff I don't use very often because I don't have hair anymore, like straighteners and stuff, humidifier, and a big makeup mirror. So stuff like that will just get piled up on top once everything else is organized. I will show you the very last pile, and then we'll wrap it up for this little update. So this is the last pile, and it is more or less all the empty boxes that I'm getting rid of, although who knows, I might need to ship some stuff, so I'm keeping them for now. But yeah, these are all the empty boxes I got rid of because they're all now in totes, or I put them in the bio boxes and all that jazz. So that's really exciting. So yeah, that's everything. It's all just a huge mess right now, but it will get a lot better, especially as I start selling stuff. And I am looking forward to all the cash from selling all this stuff. makes me feel better to have the cash in my wallet that I can use to buy other things and like invest in the homestead and work on projects that I'm excited for than it does for me to keep piles and boxes of old riding shirts and rodeo queen outfits and stuff like that that I never look at and never use and don't care about. So yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, I don't think I'm 150% done with the bedroom, but I just did like my 500th glance through everything, and I can't find anything that's like glaringly obvious that needs to come out here other than I have some sheets of drywall and some plywood and stuff that I think I'm just gonna stack up behind the totes in that corner. The wind is screaming outside, so I put my mic on. Hopefully that is reducing some of the background noise and you can actually hear me. I am starting to think about my next project, which is probably gonna be my workbench. So I've kind of been taking measurements and like eyeballing how much space I have and where I want everything and all that jazz. So that's very exciting. And I also went to town today and went to the post office, and I don't know if you guys remember in my last video, but I had mentioned that I had my Amazon wish list, and somebody actually got me the lights off my wish list. I can't believe that. I'm like, I can't, like, the fact that somebody like cares enough to spend their hard-earned money on me is like, I don't know. I'm not gonna cry, but it definitely means a lot. So yeah, this is one set. They come in 2 packs, but they sent them individually. I don't know what happened to this box. They said that it came this way at the post office, that's like covered in oil and whatnot. Also, there is no like note or anything on any of this, so I can't say thank you to whoever it is. I don't know if you guys left a note and it just didn't make it because of how it came packaged weird, or if they didn't leave a note at all. So I can't thank you directly, but if you're watching this and you sent me these lights, thank you. Kind of want to get them out and get them plugged in and see how bright they are, because I don't know if I need more or not. I definitely want one like over the workbench and then one maybe like centered in the garage just to light everything else up. If they're not super bright, then I might need like 1, 2, 3, or even 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really excited to get to play around with this. I don't think that's going to happen in this video. Maybe the next video. But yeah, I wanted to say thank you and to let you know that I got them to whoever it was if you're watching the video. So thank you. Okay, so even though all of this stuff is really light, I'm thinking I'm going to want... I don't know, I guess I can try with the stepladder. One of the biggest things to have to put up there is this piece that I pulled out of the van, but I don't want to get rid of it because it's part of the van and maybe I don't want to have my bed that I made forever. So it's kind of long and unruly. It's also kind of getting brittle, this brittle plastic. But I don't know how tall I am on the stepladder. Ooh. Yeah, I think I do want the regular ladder. It'll take me 5 minutes to pull it out, but I'm just that lazy. You can't even see me. I'm standing way back here getting a good view of it. I'm a little bit worried that the edges of that stick out and it's like laying on are eventually gonna break because they're kind of brittle old plastic. Oh, you can't even see, let me move you. But I also don't think it will really stand up on the flat way where it like it's supposed to go like in the van. The direction it's meant to be installed, it only has 3 sides. I'm not sure it's gonna stay. It's really not sturdy if it's this way either. I guess I just have to be really careful not to put anything on top of it that will break that flange. Okay, other things, I can judge the depth by the side here that you can't see. This monitor box, you can see, is actually too deep. Oh, well, it's actually not because it can go all the way against the wall. Okay, that's fine. Oh, that one's a little heavy to toss up there. I don't know what's up with these Mac boxes, but they're so heavy. Kind of have some coffee shakes. I need to eat some lunch here soon. Probably not the best thing to have coffee shakes when you're standing on a ladder. Is it the best use of space ever? I mean, sure, why not? I guess the back just kind of bothers me with the piece for the van, but there's really no way around that. I think I'm gonna do labels for the totes next, but I need to wash my hands so that I don't get grubby little fingerprints all over the stickers, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I got these stickers and I already did a proof of concept that they work. Hopefully the edges don't peel because the box is just slightly curved and I could put it down further, but then I think it looks stupid. And then I printed out some of these cards. I also probably should have checked that they fit. It would be easier if they were stiffer. This regular printer paper is not very stiff to shove down this little slot. It's meant to fit note cards, which are obviously stiffer. But I didn't want to spend money on note cards, and my handwriting kind of sucks, so I thought it would be nicer to have everything just printed out. They're probably easier to put in, yeah, when they're not on the box. So the boxes have this HDX on them. Oh, I was gonna bring a rag. Oops. I've been lining the top of the card up, then it will look nice and it won't get all wonky. Guess I can just use my sleeve. Yeah, that's fine. It's super staticky. And then this one goes up there. So I'll save all of these until the end and get the stepladder out. Let's start a time lapse. You don't need to see every single step of this process, I don't think. Oh my gosh, I love organizing. I know, I'm weird, but it's just so satisfying when everything looks so nice and pretty. 2 whole columns, done, labels on, labels labeled. I have 2 boxes that I didn't have labels printed for yet, and I didn't want to do just 2 labels because it's kind of a pain to get my printer out and everything. I'm very much looking forward to when I have a desk and the printer can be out all the time. And then I have 4 empty boxes still. And I was really wanting to have like irrigation and plumbing stuff to be in one box, electrical, like wires and stuff, to be in another box. I have a lot of like trowels and paint rollers and stuff I figured could be in another box. Stuff that I kind of will actually use quite a bit more often than a lot of this stuff. But I don't think I actually have enough space, which is crazy. I really didn't think I would need everything I had here. But yeah, I really haven't touched my mess that is in the original homestead that all my tools and stuff are, and it's just like exploded and there's crap laying on the ground and everything. Haven't touched any of that yet and put pretty much any of it in here. And I definitely need to. There's also a box out on the patio, and the water pump that I used to drain the pool went in with the pool because I had space for it. So one thing got taken out of that box, but like more or less that whole box is still need to get redone. I was just trying to reserve some boxes to clean up my hardware corner, but I think I'm just gonna let myself fill this up with whatever the hell is left to do. And then next project probably is the workbench. And the workbench, I think, will just have all of that kind of stuff underneath it. This is where we're leaving this project for now. And then I don't think I'm ready to stack up my pallet yet. I have just a few more boxes in the house that need to get packed. So I think I'm gonna cut the camera here, do a few more odds and ends, and then we'll meet back here when it's time to stack up this corner and probably wrap up the video. Alright, that's it for this video, you guys. Man, this was a lot of work. It took quite a bit of time to get everything repacked and organized and whatnot, but man, was it worth it. Here's a little after, if you guys remember the before at the beginning of the video. There is still so much stuff in this room, it's crazy, but one whole wall, that first wall you guys saw, is all things to sell and get rid of and donate. So it's actually not too much left in there, and all that stuff will be easy to move out of the room or move to the center when it's time to finally start working in that room. I'm actually really surprised that I was able to get this hardware corner cleaned up. There was a little bit of time there in the middle of the video where I was worried that I was only gonna have space to store all the things that were in the bedroom. But nope, I was able to get all the crap that was on the floor cleaned up, and it just makes such a world of difference. You can see on the one end that I was able to put a few screws in to hang up Teddy's agility stuff and the little step ladder, so it's right there, easy to access everything in the totes. Of course, I got all the totes labeled and are organized and everything looks nice. At the very end, you guys saw I built this little wood organizer, and that has successfully managed to capture all of my scrap wood, and I even used a lot of scrap wood to build it. I would really like to paint it at some point because it's a little mishmashed right now, but that'll be a project for a later day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys want to help me, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, all that jazz, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!